In this episode, we'll unravel hidden customs, meet women who carry ancient traditions on their shoulders, and venture deep into the unknown corners of this archipelago. The strangest part? Some of these secrets might just change how you see the world. Number 1. The Badui Tribe. What if you woke up tomorrow and technology disappeared? No internet, no electricity, not even a phone. Could you survive? Deep in the jungle hills of Java, Indonesia, hidden behind thick mountains and winding trails, there is a mysterious community called the Badui Tribe. Just a 6-hour drive from the capital city of Jakarta, these people exist in a world all their own. They live in bamboo huts and thatched roofs. Here, nothing is heard except the wind whispering through the trees and the gentle murmur of a nearby stream. There are no plastic wrappers, no buzzing electronics, no distant rumble of cars. Everything is clean, pristine, and beautifully quiet. The Badui people have chosen to live in isolation for hundreds of years. They have 2 separate communities, Outer Badui, where visitors can be carefully guided by locals, and Inner Badui, a sacred place that is completely off limits to outsiders. Even today, no foreigners set foot there. The Badui live by strict rules that have been passed down through generations. Breaking these traditions is not easy, and every year, 2 or 3 people are expelled from Inner Badui for violating customs. However, they are still allowed to maintain family ties and participate in important ceremonies. One of the greatest mysteries of the tribe lies in the lives of the Badui women. Known for their gentle nature and independence, these women handcraft cloth using rudimentary looms. They weave intricate patterns into vibrant fabrics. Despite their important role, the exact details of their daily lives remain hidden from the outside world. Today, as the island of Java rapidly transforms into a landscape of skyscrapers and highways, the Badui people remain steadfastly unchanged. They deliberately reject the conveniences of modern technology, not out of ignorance, but as a choice to preserve their ancient identity. But the Badui are not the only fascinating tribe in Indonesia. Next up, a shocking cultural festival involving complete strangers seeking intimacy and good fortune. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Number 2. Pon Festival. On the slopes of Java's sacred Gunung Kawi mountain, there is a temple shrouded in mist. 7 times a year, thousands of pilgrims climb these ancient stone steps in the hope of a miracle. Welcome to the Pon Festival, one of the world's strangest and most intimate cultural rituals. You will witness men and women silently lining up to immerse themselves in the crystal-clear spring water, which is said to wash away past misfortunes. Soon you will choose a stranger, someone you have never met, to share a blessing and prosperity ritual with. At the Pon Festival, your fate is tied to that stranger. Both participants must commit to meeting 7 times within 35 days to perform sacred rituals together. Women are at the center of this fascinating tradition. These women, driven by faith, courageously put their trust in the ritual, boldly stepping into uncertainty. However, Indonesia's fascinating tradition does not stop there. Next, we explore an explosive natural phenomenon so powerful that it changed human history forever. Stay tuned to find out more. Number 3. A land rich in volcanic wonders. Did you know that a volcanic eruption could impact the entire planet's climate? 74,000 years ago, a massive volcanic explosion in Indonesia created Lake Toba, now the largest volcanic lake on Earth. Imagine a lake so vast that it stretches 4 times wider than America's famous Lake Tahoe, nestled amidst breathtaking scenery in Southeast Asia. Scientists suggest this ancient eruption dramatically cooled Earth's climate for thousands of years, affecting the course of human history. Today, Lake Toba isn't only an important geological landmark, it's also a cherished tourist spot known for its captivating beauty and the fascinating culture of the Batak people, who have called the lake shores home for generations. In another corner of Indonesia lies Mount Ijen, the only place in the world where you can witness the stunning phenomenon known as blue fire. Contrary to popular belief, this isn't blue lava, but rather a surreal display caused by sulfur gases igniting as they contact air, illuminating the night in vivid blue flames. This extraordinary spectacle draws travelers from all over the globe, especially those with a passion for exploring rare natural wonders. Additionally, Indonesia is home to more volcanoes than any other nation, with over 13 still active today and more than 500 dormant or extinct volcanoes spread across its islands. With more active volcanoes than even Japan or the United States, Indonesia truly stands out as a volcanic hotspot, intriguing adventurers and scientists alike. Coming next, we'll explore the world's largest Buddhist temple, once lost under volcanic ash for centuries. What secrets does this ancient wonder hold? Keep watching to find out. Before continuing the journey, I have a request for everyone watching. If you can help me, it only takes 10 seconds to hit the subscribe button. This really helps our channel grow and means a lot to us. In return, my team and I are committed to continuously improving the program for you. Do we have a deal? Number 4. Borobudur Temple. Set amidst the lush landscape of Java is Borobudur, the largest Buddhist temple on earth. Built in the 9th century, its massive 9 tiers are 6 square and 3 circular, rising to a towering dome. Every inch of this massive stone structure is covered with 2,672 intricate relief carvings and is surrounded by 504 Buddha statues. Sunrise at Borobudur. The soft golden light illuminates each intricate carving, revealing the patient work of countless artisans. Women dressed in traditional sarongs carefully place offerings of jasmine flowers and incense at the feet of the Buddha statues, whispering prayers. Centuries ago, a volcanic eruption buried the entire temple in thick ash, erasing it from human memory. It wasn't until 1814 when European explorers rediscovered this ancient treasure, bringing it back to light. The temple had fallen into disrepair, with many statues broken and carvings worn away from years of neglect. But in 1970, the Indonesian government, working with UNESCO, launched an extraordinary 12-year restoration effort that cost nearly $50 million. Thanks to this monumental effort, Borobudur emerged, imperfect but restored. But Indonesia's story doesn't end there. Next, we'll explore the hidden beaches of Bali in a fascinating culture unlike any other on Earth. Stay tuned, your adventure continues. Number 5. Bali and the most beautiful beaches in the world. Bali is not just an island, it is a paradise where nature's beauty and deep-rooted traditions come together in a way few places in the world can match. Imagine beaches as breathtaking as those in the Maldives, yet infused with a cultural soul that even Hawaii cannot replicate. If luxury and ultimate relaxation are what you seek, then Nusa Dua awaits. This elite coastal enclave is home to 5-star resorts, world-class spas, and renowned seafood restaurants where every bite tells a story of the ocean. But for those who crave a more untouched yet equally elegant escape, Nihiwatu Beach on Sumba Island offers a sanctuary of pristine sands and turquoise waters. More than just Indonesia's most beautiful beach, it has been recognized as one of the most spectacular coastlines in the world. What makes Bali truly special, however, is that it is not just a destination, it is an experience. Here, ancient temples like Uluwatu stand as silent witnesses to centuries of devotion, while vibrant Hindu ceremonies paint the island in a spectrum of colors and sounds. Local markets burst with energy, offering traditional delicacies such as baby guling, the mouth-watering roasted pig, and sate lilit, a flavorful grilled fish sauté wrapped around fragrant lemongrass sticks. Would you like to visit Bali? Type yes in the comments if this is on your bucket list or no if you want a different adventure. Bali is a dreamland, but Indonesia holds even more secrets. Next, we explore Indonesian facts, some of which may surprise you. Follow along and let's explore together. Number 6. Amazing facts about Indonesia. Would you be willing to spend $600 for a single pound of coffee? That is the price of Kopi Luwak, the world's most expensive coffee, produced through an extraordinary process unlike any other. These coffee beans pass through the digestive system of civet cats, undergoing natural fermentation before being carefully collected and processed. The result? A coffee so smooth and low in bitterness that some claim it is the finest they have ever tasted. While many seek it out for its luxurious flavor, others simply want to try it once for the story. Here's another surprising fact: Indonesia consumes more than 12 billion packs of instant noodles each year, making it the highest consumer in the world. But for Indonesians, instant noodles are more than just a quick snack, they are a staple of everyday life. The most famous brand, Indomie, is beloved for its rich, spicy flavors, attracting both locals and adventurous travelers alike. If you have never tried Indomie goreng, you are missing out on what many call the best instant noodles on the planet. Indonesia is full of surprises, a place with no streets, no sidewalks, just water. A place where boats, not cars, line up, and where women, not men, are the masters of trade. Next, we explore a famous market in Indonesia. Stay tuned, you'll be surprised. Number 7. Floating markets and river trade culture. Along the waterways of Indonesia, floating markets are not just places of trade, they are a way of life for the communities that depend on the river. Lok Bainton Market, located in Banjarmasin, South Kalimantan, is one of the two most renowned floating markets in the city of 1,000 rivers, alongside Muara Cuisine. Unlike the floating markets in Thailand, where customers typically shop from the riverbanks, here, buyers navigate their own boats alongside the vendors, engaging in direct, boat-to-boat exchanges. Much like the floating markets of Vietnam, the sellers, predominantly women, use jukong boats, traditional wooden vessels steered by paddles rather than engines. From above, the market transforms into a mesmerizing spectacle, a sea of wooden boats, brimming with goods, forming a colorful mosaic on the river's surface. This simple yet captivating scene carries a charm that surpasses even the grandeur of the most luxurious destinations. The floating market springs to life at dawn, buzzing with activity throughout the day, and often remains open well into the night. Vendors primarily sell an array of tropical fruits, along with fresh vegetables and other local produce. When you visit Indonesia, you will witness rows of wooden boats lining the river, overflowing with vibrant fruits, their colors blending with the traditional attire of the women navigating the waters. Many of these vendors don traditional garments, adding to the cultural richness of the experience. It is not uncommon to see a larger boat towing multiple smaller ones, ensuring the constant movement of goods. Beyond fresh produce, the market also offers fish, rice, eggs, vegetables, and aromatic spices, essential for the daily lives of the locals. Even more fascinating, some boats double as floating shops, selling handcrafted goods, intricately woven handbags, footwear, and souvenirs, making this a destination where trade and tradition intertwine seamlessly. Indonesia's floating markets are a reminder of how culture and commerce intertwine. What if I told you that some of the world's most powerful waves don't crash onto a beach, but rise from a river? And what if I told you that, in a remote part of Indonesia, a single wave can travel more than 10 kilometers without breaking? Next, we'll explore the world's most unique wave. Stay tuned. Number 8. The unique wave in the world. Deep in the heart of Riau Province, Sumatra, an extraordinary natural event has taken place. The Bono wave, a mysterious tidal phenomenon, surges up the Kampar River, swallowing everything in its path. Locals call it the Seven Ghosts, believing it carries mystical energy. But for scientists and adventurers, it is a unique surfing paradise, where only the most daring dare to surf. So how does this river generate such a powerful force? It all starts in the Strait of Malacca, where seawater is pushed inwards by high tide. When this current collides with an opposing current, an unstoppable wall of water is formed, stretching for more than 10 kilometers. These waves can be up to 6 meters high and travel at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour, fast enough to carry skilled surfers along the river for miles. This is one of the few places in the world where you can surf on a river. For thrill seekers, it is an experience like no other. The Kampar River is fast becoming a major attraction for surfers, photographers, and nature lovers from all over the world. On full moon or new moon days, when the tides are at their strongest, adventurers come here in search of the perfect ride. Would you dare to surf a huge, unstoppable wave in the middle of the river, or would you rather witness its power from the safety of the shore? Comment wave if you want to experience the Bono wave yourself, or river if you want to stay on the water and watch from afar. Indonesia is full of surprises, but some of the country's traditions might shock you even more. Next, we'll explore the strange rules that could get you in trouble if you don't know them. Stay tuned, you won't believe what happens next. Number 9. Strange regulations in Indonesia. Against the lush landscape lies a unique set of social customs and legal regulations that can take visitors by surprise. Some rules are meant to protect visitors, while others are deeply rooted in cultural beliefs. Knowing these before you set foot in Indonesia can make the difference between a smooth experience and an unexpected challenge. In Indonesia, everyone must carry identification at all times. If you are a tourist, your passport is your lifeline. But here's something you might not know: if your passport is damaged, even slightly, when you enter the country, you can be refused entry. Since 2019, airlines have been fined for allowing passengers with damaged passports to board flights to Bali. If your passport is less than 6 months valid, you can be refused entry. And once you're in Indonesia, consider carrying a photocopy or digital copy of your passport instead of carrying the original everywhere. In many countries, shaking hands is a common greeting. But in Indonesia, the rules are different, especially when greeting women. It's not a good idea to initiate a handshake with an Indonesian woman. If she extends her hand first, you can shake it. Otherwise, a respectful nod or smile will suffice. In Indonesia, especially in conservative communities, physical contact between men and women in public is considered more important. Some women may prefer to greet politely by clasping their hands together in front of their chest in a traditional gesture called salam instead of shaking hands. Misunderstanding this custom can lead to awkward or even uncomfortable moments. Additionally, in Indonesia, touching someone's head, especially an adult's head, is considered extremely disrespectful. Because in Indonesian tradition, the head is the most sacred part of the body. Placing your hand on someone's head can be considered an intrusion or insult. Even among close friends or family, head touching is rare. Instead, gestures of respect are shown through subtle body language, a small bow, a warm smile, or a slight nod. What if a country could build an entirely new capital from scratch? In the next chapter, we'll explore Indonesia's new capital. Stay tuned. Number 10. Indonesia's new capital. Nusantara, the future capital of Indonesia, is situated on the island of Borneo, roughly 1,200 kilometers from Jakarta. Since gaining independence in the year 1945, Indonesia has faced growing challenges in Jakarta, including severe overpopulation and land subsidence. By the year 2017, President Joko Widodo's administration began seriously considering relocating the capital to address these pressing issues. In August 2019, the decision was made official: the new capital would rise in Borneo. Construction began in July 2022, and the massive project is set to unfold in 5 phases, with completion targeted for the year 2045. The total cost of development is estimated to be between $30 and $35 billion. Spanning an impressive 2,560 square kilometers, Nusantara will be surrounded by breathtaking natural landscapes, rolling hills, dense forests, and pristine bays. The city is envisioned as a forest city, where cutting-edge urban planning harmonizes with the natural environment. Unlike Jakarta, Nusantara will run entirely on renewable energy, with a 50-megawatt solar power plant already under construction. Only electric vehicles will be allowed to operate within the city limits, ensuring a cleaner, greener future. The heart of the city, where government buildings will be located, is designed to be pedestrian-friendly, featuring tree-lined walkways, serene lakes, and green spaces that encourage walking and cycling. While the Indonesian government remains committed to relocating the capital, questions remain: will this ambitious project be completed on time, and will it truly become the sustainable metropolis it promises to be? Only time will tell. What if you could live in paradise for less than the cost of rent in a major Western city? I'll let you in on the details as we explore the cost of living in Indonesia now. Stay tuned. Number 11. Cost of living. Imagine living in Bali for just $1,300 a month. It is no surprise that more and more Americans are choosing Indonesia as their ideal destination for retirement or long-term living. In cities like Jakarta or Bali, a comfortable apartment costs around $470 per month, while dining at a local restaurant can be as affordable as $3 per meal. If you prefer to live in the suburbs or further from the city center, rental prices can drop to as low as $280 per month. For those who buy groceries and cook at home, monthly food expenses can range between $180 and $250. Public transportation in Indonesia is also incredibly budget-friendly. A monthly transit pass costs approximately $15, or if you prefer more freedom, renting a motorbike for daily travel and exploration is an affordable alternative. Other expenses such as dental care, gym memberships, and haircuts are typically around 70% cheaper than in the United States. In total, your monthly living costs in Indonesia could range anywhere from $590 to $1,300, depending on your lifestyle choices. If you are looking for a destination with a warm climate, stunning beaches, and a relaxed yet adventurous way of life, Indonesia might just be the perfect place for you. What if a meal could tell the story of an entire culture? A dish so rich in flavor, history, and tradition that one bite would take you through centuries of heritage. Let's dive deeper into Indonesia's most fascinating culinary culture. Stay tuned. Number 12. Cuisine. Indonesia is a paradise for food lovers, offering a rich and diverse culinary heritage shaped by more than 1,300 ethnic groups across its vast islands. Among the must-try dishes is babi guling, a renowned Balinese roasted pig famous for its golden, crispy skin and tender, flavorful meat. Seasoned with a blend of lemongrass, garlic, ginger, and turmeric, this dish is a true masterpiece of Balinese cuisine. Another beloved dish is nasi goreng, Indonesia's take on fried rice. packed with spices and often combined with eggs, chicken, shrimp, or even squid. Many Indonesians proudly consider it the greatest dish in the world, and once you try it, you might agree. One particularly unique dish is ayam penyet, or smashed fried chicken. After being deep-fried to perfection, the chicken is pounded with a pestle to enhance its tenderness and soak in even more flavor. It is typically served with sambal, Indonesia's signature chili sauce that delivers a fiery kick. And then there's Indomie, the world-famous instant noodles that have been elevated to an art form in Indonesia. Locals have found hundreds of creative ways to prepare it, fried, mixed with cheese, or even served with durian for those who crave an adventurous twist. Number 13. The land of thousands of islands and a rich culture. Indonesia is the largest archipelago on Earth, made up of an astonishing 17,508 islands, more than the number of cities in the United States. Out of these, more than 6,000 islands are inhabited, each boasting its own unique culture, cuisine, and breathtaking landscapes. However, here's a surprising fact: Indonesia is not the country with the most islands. That title belongs to Sweden, which has an incredible 267,000 islands, making Indonesia the sixth-ranked nation in the world in terms of island count. With a population nearing 284 million people in the year 2024, Indonesia is the fourth most populous country on the planet. But what truly sets it apart is its diversity. Imagine a nation with over 700 languages and more than 1,300 ethnic groups. Despite this vast cultural variety, Indonesia remains united through the use of Bahasa Indonesia, which was officially adopted as the national language in the year 1945. One fascinating fact about Bahasa Indonesia is that it is considered one of the easiest languages in the world to learn. There are no complicated verb conjugations, and unlike French or Spanish, it does not have gendered nouns. If you think English is the only important language in Indonesia, think again. Locals seamlessly switch between multiple languages in daily conversations. Number 14. Life in Jakarta. Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, is one of the most dynamic and densely populated cities in the world. However, it is also sinking at an alarming rate, between 10 and 25 centimeters each year, particularly in its northern districts. The primary causes? Excessive groundwater extraction and the steady rise of sea levels. Despite being home to over 11 million residents, Jakarta only introduced its first subway system, MRT Jakarta, in the year 2019. Before that, most people relied on motorcycles, cars, and buses for transportation, leading to some of the worst traffic congestion in Southeast Asia. For those who love shopping, Jakarta is a paradise, boasting more than 150 shopping centers packed into its urban landscape, particularly around Taman Anggrek and Sudirman. Some of the city's most famous malls include Grand Indonesia, Plaza Indonesia, and Central Park, each offering a world-class shopping experience. In the past, Jakarta had a unique traffic regulation known as the 3-in-1 rule, requiring every car to carry at least 3 passengers during rush hours. This unexpected law led to a bizarre side job. Children and impoverished individuals were hired to sit in vehicles to help drivers avoid fines. However, this regulation was officially abolished in the year 2016. When exploring Jakarta, there are several districts you should not miss. South Jakarta is famous for its high-end neighborhoods and thriving nightlife, with areas like Kemang and SCBD Sudirman Central Business District offering excellent dining, shopping, and entertainment. North Jakarta, on the other hand, is home to Untold Dreamland, a massive amusement park featuring beaches, an aquarium, and theme parks. If you are interested in history and culture, West Jakarta is the place to go, where you can visit Glodok Chinatown, Taman Anggrek Shopping Mall, museums, and traditional markets that provide an authentic glimpse into Indonesian heritage. In Indonesia, one ingredient is considered so important that if you don't eat it, you haven't truly eaten at all. Up next, the deep cultural meaning behind rice in Indonesia and why it's more than just a side dish. Stay tuned. Number 15. If you haven't eaten rice, you haven't eaten anything. In Indonesia, a meal without rice is simply not a meal at all. Indonesians have a humorous yet deeply true saying belum makan kalau belum nasi, which translates to you haven't eaten if you haven't had rice. No matter how many other delicious dishes they try, whether it's noodles, bread, or even fast food, for many Indonesians, only rice provides a true sense of satisfaction. That is why, in almost every meal, rice takes center stage. From the famous nasi goreng fried rice to the fragrant nasi uduk and the flavorful nasi padang, rice is an essential part of daily life, Even breakfast features rice-based dishes. This deep-rooted love for rice is not just unique to Indonesia, but is also a common tradition across many Southeast Asian countries. So if you ever find yourself in Indonesia and are offered a bowl of rice, embrace it with enthusiasm. It's more than just food, it's a cultural experience and a way to connect with the heart of Indonesian tradition. You enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. And comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video.